Hello! Welcome to the Fit and Free Show with me. I'm ZGALA the Art Angel. You can call me Auntie Angel if you like. It's a beautiful day out there. I'm looking out this window at a blue sky. Some yellow tree leaves. Man, it's pretty out there. I already did go for a nice long walk. And now I'm just sort of procrastinating, truth be told, instead of getting to the editing that I told myself, which that's whip cracking noises. Told myself I'm gonna do editing, but it is hard to just do that when it's so nice. Ooh, I know. I'll go rake up some leaves. Good job, self. Well, in case you hadn't gathered, I'm still silly. I'm still singing my life a little bit. A little bit congested, as usual. And gonna do some arm stretches because that's something I'm trying to do a better job of doing every day. I have a lot of numbness. You know, I don't like to talk about it often, but I have all sorts of chronic health issues, which are interrelated to all sorts of strange wiring in this body. And one of those health issues is frequent itching. Another is nerve damage, which leads to a lot of numbness and tingling and gets better or worse depending on how well I keep up with my arm stretches. That was a long way of saying that, wasn't it? Anyway, I invite you to join me for some arm stretches. If that feels good in your body, I'd like to remind you there's not one way. Make sure and listen to your own body. I'm just going to keep it nice and simple, despite the way that all sounded. And I'm going to start off with what I call 3 breaths. Just breathing in and bringing the shoulders up to the ears. Holding that breath a little bit and then just relaxing it. Shaking it all out. Shaking it off. Shaking it off and out is a great way to dissipate that stress energy that tends to create all those problems I was going on about. Let's breathe in again. Breathing in. Bringing the shoulders up, tensing everything up. Tensing and holding and then shaking it off. Just letting all of that go. I like to sometimes just slump. Relax the back. Relax the shoulder. Relax the face even. Relax the neck. And let's do that again. Breathing in. Tensing everything up. And then I didn't tense it as long this time because my body, I felt a little impulse in my body to not quite do that as much. So try to listen to my own body. It's a good time to remind you, listen to your own body. It's an ongoing relationship, just like with any relationship. You might be surprised when you start listening, and you might not always get exactly what you want, and you might have to compromise and meet halfway, all sorts of things. I'm finding my relationship with my body similar to my relationship to anything and everything else. Takes a little bit of, I don't want to call it work because it can be joyful or it can be work. It really just depends. But it takes some showing up and some staying in the room. That's what I like to say. Let's do some more arm stretches. Bringing this left arm across the body, jiggling that shoulder around. Let's roll that around a little bit. Really trying to relax that and get into that stretch. I think this is the part that really does help me the most if I do it regularly. Going the other way, I'm sort of using, not sort of, I'm definitely using both arms together. And trying to get the breath into that too. And to contrast, you could try to relax the arm that's being stretched and just use the supporting arm. That would be a passive stretch. Or you could just hold that arm in the stretch and use that arm itself. That's an active stretch, where I'm just holding it in the stretch position, and then I'm using the arm that's stretching to move around in that circle. And then my favorite, what I think is most effective, at least for me, is a combination of the two. So I'm using both arms into that stretch, and I'm trying to practice like I'm relaxing it on the way down, maybe just following it around, trying to feel into some release in that arm. Let's shake it off. Let's do the other side, bringing that right arm across the body, starting off with just a more gentle stretch across. I'm just kind of feeling into where that stretch wants to go, following the stretch, following the body, moving that around in a circle. Starting off with that combination. And then for contrast, I'm going to try to relax this arm into that arm and just use the supporting arm to do the stretch. That's harder on this side, I find. I hypothesize it's because I'm right-handed. This arm is more controlling and harder to get to let go. Also, this arm is a little bit weaker, so that complicates the issue. I'm going to now just hold it and try to use the arm itself in a more active stretch to move it around. Feels awkward. Let's go the other way. This arm's going numb, so I have to give it a break. And let's just do some more combination circles. One way and then the other way. All this numbness on this other side is reminding me that I like to also do some rigorous tapping. That really helps dislodge the stagnation that tends to sit in my body, and especially on the joints like the shoulder and the elbow. Something we used to do in martial arts a lot. And on the wrist, you want to miss those bracelets if you have any. And sometimes when I have a lot of inflammation going on, I have to be careful because this can flare up the rheumatoid arthritis response that I can feel a little bit activated right now in my body. So I'm going to be relatively gentle. Sometimes, conversely, on the other side, if I'm feeling really healthy and in flow and trying to dislodge different kinds of stagnation, I might go a lot more rigorously. And again, it's all about just listening to the body, seeing what it feels like it needs. I'm tapping along this elbow where I've had a lot of stagnation, a lot of heat. Moving that bracelet. I'm gonna tap on this wrist. Just dislodging whatever is getting pent up and stagnant in that arm. It's both causing some of that tingling and numbness and aching, and probably being caused by, it's like the chicken and the egg. With stagnation and inflammation, one can cause more of itself. going to give these hands a little bit of love, especially in these finger joints, because that feels good. Give those a little love, little wrist love. Again, I encourage you to listen to your own body. Do a little bit of rubbing these arms, a little of that neck, and just see if you can listen with your hands and not so much your mind, but really like your heart would be more accurate. See if you can give your body something that it's asking for. You don't necessarily have to put words to it, although sometimes that can be helpful. Just see if you can put your hands on it, and like right in here I feel it wanting a little bit of extra. A little extra working on that knot, a little extra pressure. And then giving that a little love. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for letting me be me, and thanks for being you. I hope you will endeavor to get more fit so you can be more free. That's a big part of what this channel is about. As always, I'm going through fluctuations and transitions, and oh, that feels good. I'm going to do a little extra stretch in there. Yeah, I'd love to hear from you. I hope you will continue to take good care of your body, because it's the one thing you can't live without. I hope you will like and subscribe, and I thank you if you do. Till next time, ciao for now. Peace.